This is Amos Brown. I'm back. The story of today, or I would say lesson of the day, is when people think that you're violent. Okay. And they may think that you're violent, not necessarily because you have a violent nature, but because you train and you train to defend yourself and to defend your friends, your family, and loved ones. Strength without purpose is violence, but it depends on how you view that. Okay. As I just said before, a violent individual, strength without purpose. Okay. But violence is a two-headed sword. Okay. It's like anything. It can be used for good or evil. And with my training, I choose to use violence if I have to defend the weak, defend my loved ones, my friends, and try to do the right thing. But in doing so, have respect. Okay? This is what this shirt says here in Mandarin, Chinese. It says respect. So you walk with respect. You make people respect you too. They may not have to like you, but you make sure you walk with dignity where they have to respect you. You do not accept any disrespect from anyone. Okay? If that makes you violent to them, then they have a problem. Okay? There's a Bible verse. And I was dating a person and we broke up. It was a long time ago. And I was training. And she said, she was a religious person. She said, well, this is not right. We shouldn't be using violence. And I'm saying, you're a pacifist. And I think if you look at the Bible, and I'm getting off to a tangent, so you preachers and ministers and deacons, don't get mad, but look it up. Okay? I used to be a Bible teacher myself. Okay? If you look all through the Old Testament, violence was required. That's all the Israelites did was fight. Okay? So don't come and tell me now that we're in the New Testament that violence is not required. These for you pacifists, and not all of you, but some of you. Okay? So I ended up breaking up with the young lady because violence is required sometimes because you don't know when evil is going to come to your doorstep. And the Bible tells you to always be ready. Now, I can't speak for the Quran, but I know it's in there somewhere in the Quran also, and it's in the Torah, definitely. Okay? And it states in 1 Samuel 22:35, it says that he trains his hands for battle. My arms can be bent, bow, and bronze. Okay? It says you train for battle. You men, train. You never know when evil is going to come to your door and when you may have to defend yourself, your wife, your children, your family. And I can tell you women, also be prepared because you never know when evil is going to come to you. So don't let anyone tell you that by you training in martial arts or you training some form of self-defense that you're a violent person and violence is not required, because there are times when you have to fight. And then there's times when you have to learn to cut it off, because there's time for war and there's time for peace. And you have to be able to distinguish the difference. That's where with great strength and power come great responsibility. And I want you all to think about that and marinate on that. And always walk with respect. On that note, this is Amos Brown, signing out.